Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. Alright, so I figured out what I'm going to do for my party night. This Saturday, this is like my going away party. I've got the MD, I've got no darts, I'm not drinking, the rig's slipping, but I'm going to go out for a party. The only thing I've got is that Molly. So here's the plan. This Saturday I'm doing a gig. Should finish at about 9:30. Simultaneously, while that gig is going on, a party, the Expat Community Party, is happening. Now, under normal circumstances, I wouldn't attend this party because the entire expat community is just fucking Indians. And I've got nothing against Indians, obviously. But it's a little bit of a fucking stretch to call yourself an expat when you were born and raised in fucking India. There's pretty much 2 white people in the whole expat community. But that doesn't matter because I'm going back to enough white cunts anyway. I'll be seeing some white heads in about a week, and I'll get sick of the white heads pretty quickly as well. I'll be craving some fucking Indian heads. But all I'll need to do to see some Indian heads in Australia is go to Western Sydney, so that's cool. It's so fucking funny how Indians want to bond over, like, sort of not being Indian. I was doing the Oppression Chamber podcast today, and my kid comes in, and he's like, Dada, your fucking friends downstairs. That's how he said it as well. Dada, your fucking friends downstairs. I'm like, all right, you little cunt, I'm coming. And I'm like, friend? I don't have any friends. And he's like, yeah, your friend. And I'm like, no, seriously, I have no friends. Who the fuck could it possibly be? And I get downstairs, and there's this Indian guy standing there who I've never seen before in my entire life. And I'm like, hey, what's happening? And he's like, hey, you're from Australia, yeah? And I'm like, yeah, I am. And he's like, oh, I lived in England for like 6 years. And I'm like, that's cool because I've never been to England ever. And he's like, I also lived in California for a little while. I'm like, well, I don't know what to do with any of that. I'm in the middle of doing a podcast. I have no fucking idea who the fuck you are. And you want to bond with me over a place I've never been? I'm just like, oh, I'm just real busy at the moment, man. Can you maybe fucking explain to me who you are and come back another time? And he's like, no worries. Just do what you need to do. I only came around because I speak to your son in the street and he said you're Australian. And I'm like, that's another cause for concern. Why are you speaking to my son in the street? Like, what's that about? Firstly, who the fuck are you? I've never seen your head ever. And why the fuck are you having conversations with my kid? Even though he's out there 16 hours a day unsupervised. So I'm like, all right, come around another time. And yeah, I'm just real busy at the moment. And then he's like, yeah, I'll come around before you leave and we'll have a beer. And I'm like, nah, I don't drink. He's like, what? I'm like, hold on a second. Who the fuck are you? I still don't know. All I know is you're chatting up my son in the street. That's it. And now we're bonding over you being in England. This is insanity. But that's what the expat community is like. They bond over having left India. It doesn't matter how long for, like a couple of weeks, like they went for a holiday to the Maldives or something. That's enough to be part of the expat community here. As long as you have a stamp in your passport saying I left India once, that's enough to get you into the expat community. But I thought, fuck it. I don't really know anywhere else to go where you can just rock up and there's going to be like people there that are potentially going to talk to you without drinking. Unless I do the old give me a short glass with ice and lemon in it and pretend it's fucking gin. And then just half stumble around. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go to this expat thing because that will save me some legwork trying to go fucking pub to pub trying to find a vibe. So what I'll do is I'll go to the fucking gig. I'll annihilate the fucking gig. That should finish 9:30, but I might go on a little bit earlier. I'll take the MD with me. I checked it the other day. There's quite a lot there, but it's changed color. It's kind of brown now. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's covered in mold. It definitely was white, and now it's definitely brown. So I'll take it to the gig. Now I'm wondering whether I should do it in the toilet at the comedy or wait till I get to the place and do it in the toilet at the place. I'm thinking I'll do it in the toilets at the comedy and then give it time to fucking nestle in. Apparently it's not strong, but I'll be doing the whole lot, so hopefully it gives me a little something. So then I'll turn up to the expat fucking thing. I've then got two options. I can stay there and try and enjoy myself. Try not to be disgusted with the whole thing. Try and throw myself into a social situation that I wouldn't normally put myself in and see if I can manufacture some sort of fucking enjoyment. And if I am, I'll ride that out. Or if I'm not, I'll double back to the comedy club and do the fucking late show on the MD. That actually sounds like way more fun. So that's going to be my last hurrah in India. It's going to be my first hurrah in India and my last hurrah in India. I haven't had any hurrahs. I would like to leave with at least one hurrah. I don't know how I'm going to do it without the darts though. The darts are a crucial ingredient to social situations, but I can't remember if I told you, but when they were taking x-rays of my lung, they found some emphysema in there. And I don't even know what that means, but no one mentioned it to me until I went for lunch for my sister-in-law's fucking birthday. And I was like, hey, just with my lungs, they would have said something if they found like any abnormalities in there, wouldn't they? And she's like, yeah, they found that emphysema. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you've got a little bit of emphysema. That's why everyone was like, does he smoke? And I'm like, hold on. What? I wasn't too fucking excited, so then that stressed me out. So I really should not fucking dart. They said it was just a little bit of emphysema, but I don't really want any emphysema. I want zero emphysema. No one seemed concerned about it besides me, which is a good sign, I suppose. Or do I just say, hey, this is my last hurrah. Give me 5 darts. I'm taking a little bit of MD. I like having a dart on an MD. Just give me 5 darts with no extra damage to my lungs, and that's it for me. Just give me 5 or 6 darts. Just one night and then never again. Probably never again. Just give me those 7 darts. Maybe I can just smoke darts like people smoke fucking cigars. That's not against the rules. I don't have to inhale, do I? It's pretty gross when you see someone smoking and they're not inhaling though. That's disgusting. One of my mates used to do it. He used to fucking inhale, waste my dart, and then just blow it out. I'm like, you're not getting another drag of this shit, cunt. That could be a fucking vibe, actually. There's always a loophole. I can look cool with none of the damage. Just don't fucking inhale. But also, don't get caught not inhaling either. You got to be fucking very strategic. I might do that. I might have some fake darts. That's like a heroin addict saying, I'm just going to put the needle full of heroin into my arm. I'm going to put the belt around my arm. I'm going to get the vein bulging. I'm going to put the needle with the heroin into the vein, but I'm not going to press the plunger. That would be a seriously disciplined ex-junkie. I had the needle in my arm. I didn't press the plunger. I took it out. Didn't do it. That would be like me doing a shot of tequila, just washing it around my mouth and spitting it out. Woo! There's loopholes. There's loopholes everywhere. Maybe I won't fake dart. Or maybe I will. I don't know. But that's my last hurrah. That's the plan. I'm fucking gearing up for it. I'm psyched. We all know what's going to happen. I'm going to turn up to the expat party. I'm going to stay there for 25 minutes, go, this fucking stinks, and go back and do the other set at the fucking comedy. But maybe not. Maybe fucking not. Anyway, I got to do a gig tonight, so I got to fucking head to that. If you're enjoying the podcast, share it around with your friends, and I'll see you the fuck later.